Hey guys, so I'm really excited about this new project I'm working on because it's a story I came up with when I was 18. Even at that time, I thought it was extremely explicit with the sex and the gore. Since then, my mind has elaborated more on what direction I wanted the characters to go. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put myself out there then as a writer. I guess I wasn't confident enough. But now I'm seeing it as a challenge, and it's daring. Removing the disturb sign is actually a mixture of two things that I created, a poem and that story that was never written. I thought the character needed a past, and well, now is the present, so this is it. Removing the do not disturb sign, episode 2, the roommate's birthday. This episode is 10 years after the pilot. Before I continue to explain this one, from this moment forward, we have no idea who is the beautiful boy with all the dark secrets. That is part of the story, the mystery of who this killer is. And because he's such a chameleon, it could really be anyone. So as a reader or listener, you really have to pay attention to even the smallest details if you want to play detective. So the opening scene introduces three friends walking on a strip, and it's one of their birthdays. We have Julian, which is the birthday boy and is also known as the wild, party, flamboyant one. Mia, his fag hag, which is in town visiting, and of course Xavier, the responsible one, which is also our main character. In the beginning of this episode, you kind of get the feeling of the characters' personalities and how long they've known each other. So far, we know that Mia and Julian have a longer history, which could also be why Xavier feels a little left out. Also, he's just a little bit more relaxed than the other two. When they get to the crosswalk at the traffic light, Xavier assumes the night is over. Mia and Julian have no intention on going home. Julian then understands why he wants to leave. They were heading to Sal's, and Xavier had a bad experience with a date he was going to have that stood him up there. And he goes to that bar a lot. Xavier doesn't have that much experience with guys. He's technically still a virgin when it comes to guys. Mia really sees how different these two are and wonder how they got close, but still thinks that since Xavier is the responsible one, he's a good influence on Julian. When they get to Sal's bar, it's fully crowded and Xavier spots his ex-guy. While the three of them are in line, Julian tells him to stop being so dramatic, but then gets out of line and goes into the bar from the back. Mia and Julian give Julio, which was in the first episode if you remember, still a security guard at the bar, their IDs and walks into the bar, immediately making a scene on the dance floor dancing. While that's happening, Xavier comes in from the other entrance, where there's more people. He accidentally bumps into someone spilling a handsome man's drink. This is where I introduce Landon. He feels so bad, he offers to get him another one. They continue flirting, even considering Xavier usually isn't that confident. But the man is just so irresistible to him, and the chemistry keeps building up. While flirting, Julian and Mia spot him with the most beautiful man in the bar and decide to go be nosy. They all introduce each other. Landon gets everyone shots and they continue having fun the entire night by dancing. And at the end of the night, Mia and Julian push Xavier to go home with Landon. Of course, he's a little bit scared. 1, he's a stranger. 2, he's a virgin. And 3, well, 1 and 2 are good enough. Julian decides to make his decision for him by leaving him with Landon, but telling him before he goes that he expects all the dirty details tomorrow. Stay tuned for the next episode.